What's up, YouTubers? It's me, Zero, bringing you a new series, but old series at the same time, just like this game. It's a kind of a new world joke. All right, so today's series is all about the auto harvester, also referred to as commonly as the auto farm, a device that allows you to harvest large amounts of food in a short period of time without having to do it yourself. They're usually pretty simple devices. Most of them aren't automated. All you had to do is, like right here, create a floodgate, some water, and plant what you want to be taken down. This one I put a little effort into to show that it can be designed in any way you want. Just kind of get creative with it. Mechanism is pretty simple. This is actually just slightly different if you want the circuit to be deeper in the ground. But pistons, redstone, and a freaking switch is all you really need. And whoop! Look at that! Yeah, it's pretty simple. It's a pretty simple system, and it does produce quite a bit of large amount of food. Let's get rid of this stuff real quick. Close that up, and then you just replant it. That's basically an auto harvester. And to show you that this works with anything, check it out: carrots, potatoes, wheat. These are pretty simple devices to make once you master water physics. In Minecraft, you can pretty much make these things as large and as big as you want, and have a basic understanding of redstone to do it. Woo! Look at that. Let's see how much we get. Let's close that up. And whoa, look at that. I am rich on food. Alright, so let's why don't we go ahead and show you some of the other ways you get creative with this thing. Whoop! Look at that. Nice little area. Let's say you're building a nice town or something. You don't want your garden to look bland. Make it look interesting. Look at that. We got little benches. We got a little putting. We got carrots, wheat, a whole shebang. And check it out. Nice little waterfall. Now how does that work? Oh, that's easy. Whoop. Woo! Look at that. Let's close her up. Whoop. Gather up the food. And isn't redstone fascinating? And look at that. Decorative and functional. Good amounts of food. Decent thing. You can make these also multi-tiered. Get creative. Make fountains, stuff like that. And of course, if you get really interested in how redstone works, then you can even make a game out of it. For instance, let's have a harvesting contest. Ugh. Look at that. First shot. I am good. Never going to be able to do that again. Nice, huh? Of course, the real trick is making sure that the arrow disappears. Alright, let's demonstrate how this sucker works. Alright, so I got a nice little tilted land with some water next to it. We're going to show you how to do a pretty basic design. We're going to do a 6x4 here. And I'm going to explain some of the physics. The first thing you need for this is going to be your hoe. If you haven't tilted the land, then make sure you fill some water adjacent to the plot of land. Do remember that depending on how wide the bed is, you may need to put water on both sides of the bed to keep it from untilting, so to speak. Alright, so basic components. Redstone, obviously. A sticky piston, or piston. Redstone repeater. And of course you're going to need a switch. And whatever block you want to make it out of. Let's use diamond for the heck of it. Alright, so these are just some of the basics you need to get started. Dig a hole too deep, or build something too high if you're going to build the floodgate down. Place the sticky pistons. Then 2 blocks away from that and 2 blocks deep, take your repeater. Redstone. And now let's run a line right across here to about there. Make this easier to see. Oop. Went too fast there. Alright. Now let's run the line over here. You wanted to go a little bit further. There's a reason for that. Next, you can start filling in the top here. Don't worry, that won't interfere with the redstone circuit. Now I'll make sure you put the blocks here. Same works. Put a piston right here, and the with repeaters. If you don't understand what that is, how redstone works, I do have a video coming out eventually sometime during the next few weeks. Alright, let's finish up the bed design real quick. Look at that. Let me turn out of here, crouch so I don't mess up the circuitry here. Alright, once you have that all done, you want to go in, grab your water, fill the chamber up, and then you want to plant whatever you want. For this example, let's plant some seeds. Not going to grow these. They're just demonstration purposes. Okay. And if you did everything right, it should work. Look at that. Easy, right? And the circuitry is pretty simple to understand. Alright, now let's go into the technical specs here. So, when you're making a bed like this, the simplest one, a tier 1 I call it, you always want to make sure that wherever the source block is, you have 7 blocks away from it, because the water runs in an 8-block line in any one direction from the source block. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's a reason for that, because you want the water to stop and not overflow wherever you have it going. All right. That's basically a single tier. Now there is a bit different. There's a big difference between this and the multi-tier. For instance, a multi-tier will have 1 block short. For instance, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's a reason for that. You want to make sure that the 8th block is missing so that when the water comes flowing, like so, it will drop like so and continue the circuit. You always want to make sure that the final bed is 8 blocks long. And every tier block above it, say for instance this is a 2nd tier, 3rd tier, 4th tier, and blah blah blah, and so on and so on, make sure they're 7 blocks long from source block. And then you'll have a great farm. Alright, that's not too difficult, right? Pretty easy to understand. It's a very nice system. They're a lot of fun to make too. You can get real creative with them as well. Now let's say you want to build one of these real quick and you found some redstone real quick, fast, and you want to get an auto farm going as quickly as possible. Well, but let's say you don't have slime. Well, that's an easy fix. All you need is a piston, some sand or gravel. Place the stuff down. Place the sand or gravel. And then place the water, and let physics do it all. See, it just drops. Remember, you don't need to wait until you get sticky pistons to make one of these suckers. Well, that's all. That's it for now. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was informative. Hope it wasn't too long for you. If you really enjoyed it, though, please subscribe to our channel and leave a like in the video. It would really help us out, guys. Well, I hope to do more of these soon. So, until next time, this is Fenrex, and we're riding off into the sun that never sets.